Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिव पुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती समान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवर्तक श्रीमन् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान दीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहला चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सत्योजात निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग श्रीभूत परमत कलभेद केशरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शबन शाक्याति महांतकार निर्वाण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोचेतन पूर्वक ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिना अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलाभीत महासंस्थान ज्ञान साम्राज्य शासक सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ तृणवद्युत्तर वशततम गुरु महासन्निधान महानिर्वाणि पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर अटल पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर श्रीमद् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ जगद्गुरु भगवान श्री परमहंस नित्यानंद श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामी परात् परात् परात्
Nithyananda, welcome to Kailasa's Avani Tiruvila Brahmotsavam. It is a very extraordinary season of the Leelas of Paramashiva. It is a grand celebration of the cosmic play and divine sovereignty, a living reawakening of the miraculous Leelas through which Paramashiva as Sri Somasundareshwara anchored enlightenment upon the planet Earth. It honors a timeless era when the Supreme Consciousness transcended conventional rules, and physical laws of the cosmos to shower boundless grace and unconditional love upon every living being. Through these 64 sacred happenings, Madurai was transformed into the ultimate living playground of the divine, establishing an unbroken lineage of spiritual awakening and cultural heritage. This sacred festival forms an eternal bridge between the golden age of the Kailasa Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pita and our contemporary realm. At its core, it commemorates the divine coronation, the Sri Somasundareshwara Pattabhishekam, where administrative sovereignty and cosmic authority are handed over to Bhagavan Somasundareshwara himself to rule over the entire universe. Today we honor the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasa Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pita, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramasham, as the direct embodiment of Sri Somasundareshwara Paramashiva. By reviving this ancient spiritual kingdom originally established by Devi Meenakshi and Sri Somasundareshwara themselves, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is spearheading a monumental global revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma and re-establishing the living Enlightenment ecosystem through the restoration of the Kailasa Shyamala Pita Sarvagnya Pita. Today, in Kailasa's temples, the divine Leela is being portrayed in the Leela Alankaram of Somasundareshwara. King Vangiya Chudamani Pandian grew fragrant Shambagam trees in his garden for the Lord's worship. On one spring day, while he was with his queen, he noticed a unique fragrance from her hair and wondered if women's hair possessed a natural scent. To clear his doubt, he offered a reward of a purse containing 1,000 gold coins to anyone who could answer his question. Many poets tried but failed. Dharumi, a bachelor priest, wishing to marry and serve Lord Sundareshwara, prayed for the gold. The Lord gave him a poem and that answered the king's doubt. The king was satisfied and ordered the reward to be given. But the head poet, Nakirar, objected, citing a flaw in its meaning. When Dharmi lamented to Bhagavan, Somasundareshwara Paramashiva himself appeared as a poet to debate Nakirar. Despite Bhagavan Somasundareshwara opening his third eye to reveal his identity, Nakirar stubbornly argued and was scorched by the heat, falling into the golden lotus tank. At the request of other poets, the Lord revived Nakirar, and Dharmi rightfully received the gold from the king. Let us now offer puja, where we mirror the neurological activity of the higher vertical time zones. Today, let us gain access, offer our gratitude, and worship to the deities of Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Meenakshi Ambika Sameta, Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Somasundareshwara Swami, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam, and his deities in Kailasa's temples around the world.
ॐ सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभं वराभयकराम्बुजं विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरं प्रसन्नवदनेक्षणं सकलदेवतारूपिणं स्मरेच्छिरसि हंसकं तदभिमानपूर्वं गुरुम् ॐ जीवन्मुक्तिपुरीशाय श्रीकण्ठाय नमोऽस्तु ते नमो हालास्यनाथाय शङ्कराय नमो नमः श्रीमत्सुन्दरनाथस्य देवीं शफरलोचनां कलये हृदये नित्यं कदम्बवनवासिनीम् अथ धूपः ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्रीसर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्ष्यम्बिका समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव सोमसुन्दरेश्वर स्वामिने नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि अथ दीपः ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम् श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी अंबिका समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामिने नमः। दीपं संदर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणीम् अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी अंबिका समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामिने नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम् ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतां सङ्गृह्णानीति द्वादशारत्नीरशना भवति। द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे पौंची भवति। पूर्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रा नक्षत्रं भवति। चित्रं वा एतत्कर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी अंबिका समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामिने नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि। रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
Nithyanandam. We welcome all the viewers and devotees here for today's Divine Darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam. As we are all enjoying and experiencing this darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, let us take a few minutes to invite and welcome all our friends and family to also join and experience today's darshan. Since 2006, before social media became a trend, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spearheaded simple enriching through digital platforms to reach the international audience. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established over 11.5 thousand digital media assets in over 108 languages and across 150 regions throughout the world. Today, let us start by sharing the live darshan on the YouTube platform. All of us can head over to the YouTube. Please open the YouTube application or on the browser and search for Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda. Open the YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed, and make sure to click on the bell icon to stay up to date with all the Kailasa news and events and videos continuously. Next, you can click on the live that is currently going on YouTube, the live stream that is there. Please click on the live stream, enter into the chat section of the live that is going on. You can post your prayer requests, your blessings requests, what you want to ask the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism directly. You can post those questions, requests, and your powerful cognitions. You can post all of those in the YouTube comment section, in the chat section. And also you can make sure to share the live that is currently going on with all your friends and family on WhatsApp and all the other platforms you're active on. And also make sure to like the video.
The next platform we have is Instagram. All of us can head over to Instagram and search for Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda. You would see the official page, the official profile of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Click on the profile, and once you see the profile, then you can make sure to follow the profile, as you would be notified with all the amazing videos of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism that is posted every day. Next, you can click on the profile picture, which will take you to the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which is happening now. Make sure to like the video, and in the comment section, post your prayer requests, your blessing requests, your gratitude at the lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
The next platform is X, formerly Twitter. All of us can open the X application or head over to x.com on the browser and search for Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam or Sri Nithyananda. You can search with either of these, and make sure to follow the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on X, and let us enter into the live that is currently going on. The topmost pinned post in X is a current live darshan that is going on, the live stream. Make sure to click on that, and you can make sure to like the video, and you can post your comments in the live video with the hashtag AskTheAvatar. You can post the comment with AskTheAvatar hashtag to receive the direct blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and make sure to share the video with all your friends and family.
The next platform we have is Facebook. All of us can head over to Facebook and search for Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashhivam. This is the official handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can make sure to follow and like the page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and scroll down. You would see the live darshan happening right now. Make sure to like or love the page, love the profile, and then you can share the post of the live with all of your Facebook pages and Facebook groups that you are a part of, so that it notifies your complete social circle. And then in the comment section, you can also post your prayer requests, your gratitude messages to the lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Next, we will be entering into the Kailasa's parliamentary voting segment. As we are entering into the Kailasa's parliamentary voting segment, let us take a few minutes to watch the introduction video to today's voting topic.
Across the world, humanitarian crises are leaving millions without safety, food, shelter, and protection. As humanity marks World Humanitarian Day, the global call to #ActForHumanity comes at a critical moment. By the end of May 2026, more than 252 million people were in urgent need of humanitarian assistance and protection. Even those serving on the front lines are at risk, with 350 aid workers killed in 2025. Hinduism gives humanity a powerful principle for this moment: Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo, protection and refuge for all beings. The SPH Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam has brought this principle into action through Kailasa's Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Global Safe Zone Network, establishing a framework for shelter, food, education, psychosocial support, and the protection of vulnerable people. Through Kailasa's global communities, missions, and digital ecosystem, this vision of compassionate action can reach beyond borders.
More than 252 million people worldwide were in urgent need of humanitarian assistance and protection by the end of May 2026. Conflicts, displacement, and disasters leave millions without food, shelter, safety, and essential support, while humanitarian workers themselves increasingly face violence. World Humanitarian Day calls humanity to protect both crisis affected people and those serving them. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivам, presents the Hindu principle of Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo, protection and refuge to all beings. In 2026, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established Kailasa's Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo, protecting and providing a framework for shelter, food, housing, Gurukul based education, psychological support, protection of vulnerable people, and freedom of spiritual practice through Kailasa's global ecosystems. The question today for all the members of the Chitsava Parliament is, which humanitarian policy should Kailasa prioritize to strengthen protection and dignity for the people affected by crisis? The options we have are: number one, adopt Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo as the guiding principle for humanitarian assistance without discrimination. Option 2, establish dignity and protection standards prioritizing vulnerable people, family unity, and safety. Option 3, create minimum humanitarian support standards covering shelter, food, education, and psychological well being. Option 4, protect the cultural identity and freedom of spiritual or religious practices of all people receiving humanitarian support. We encourage all the members of the Chittabha Parliament to head over now to kailasa.org/Hindu-votes and cast your vote for the today's topic.
Next is for all the Rajya Sabha members of Parliament. The question is, which implementation should Kailasa prioritize to expand humanitarian action worldwide? The options are: 1. Build country level networks with shelters, refugee groups, disaster responders, and humanitarian organizations. Option 2. Train Kailasa volunteers in humanitarian outreach, needs assessment, referrals, and safe crisis response practices. Option 3. Launch multilingual digital outreach connecting crisis affected people with UANHCR. Option 4. Organize local service initiatives providing essential supplies to affected communities. Now, all the Rajya Sabha members of Parliament can head over to kailasa.org/Hindu-votes to cast your votes for today's topic. With this, let us all continue to experience and enjoy the divine darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashim. Thank you, Nithyananda.
is the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Sada Nrittamurti, Natarajamurti, Chandadandavamurti, Prarthanamurti, Gauri Dandavamurti, Sandhya Nrittamurti, Bhujangatrasamurti, Bhujangalalitamurti. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. All the Paramashiva Sena program participants from Tiruvannamalai, Inibisa, Bangalore, Adi Kailasa, Chit Sabha members and Rajya Sabha members, Kailasavasis, and all the e-citizens, viewers, visitors who are joining with us through the internet and internet. I welcome each and every one of you with my love and blessings. Today, I initiate all the PSS participants into perpetual completion with root pattern. Anything which you have other than samadhi is pain pattern. Sit and complete, rewrite, rewrite. Whoever believes they have pain and the world as pain, do the samskara dahana kriya of deleting, completing and rewriting, recreating. So complete, delete, rewrite, recreate for next 48 days. So Paramashiva's direct message from Kailasa. Enlightenment is not the end of your struggles. It is the end of struggler. Listen. Enlightenment is not the end of your struggles, but it is end of the struggler. The missing piece of the puzzle of human life is not that you have not found what you want. It is that you have not yet discovered who is wanting. Listen. You can transform your whole life within one day, 24 hours. Just if you use your emotions, whatever powers you have, your emotions to identify who is wanting. Listen. Look honestly at your own life. From morning, you are searching for money, for recognition, for the right relationship, for security, for respect, for somebody who will finally understand you. And after all this searching, you become exhausted and you ask, why am I still not fulfilled? The question is, listen, that question, that why am I still not fulfilled, is the true beginning of spirituality. Not because you have become religious, not because you have bought 5 books on enlightenment and placed them respectfully on your shelf so they can become enlightened while you remain exactly the same. I have seen people buying my Gita books and asking me to autograph. I also autograph and send my commentaries on Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and I also autograph and send when they ask. They keep it in the puja room. Sometimes after 3 years, 4 years, when I go to their house for Pada Puja or accepting Bhiksha, when I go to their puja room, first to plus, usually when I visit any devotee's house, first I will go to the puja room. I will see the book unsealed, unopened, not a single page read. Forget about reading, it's unsealed. I ask them, why? They say, Swamiji, we do puja every day, Swamiji. Hey, Bhagavad Gita is supposed to be read and digested, lived. You keep the pot full of nectar and do puja whole day. Will you become immortal? Hey, you need to drink it. You need to digest it. You need to make it as part of you. Today I am going to reveal to you Sadhana Chatushtaya, 4 powerful sacred emotions that have the capacity to make you experience Paramashivatva and whatever you want instantly. The good news is you can trigger them. The great news is you can do it today. All you need is you need to trigger them and let them express through you with total intensity. Listen, your emotions are not obstacles on the spiritual path, and they are certainly not mere psychological weakness. When consciously directed, they possess the power to completely restructure your consciousness. Sometimes it does not take years of disciplined practice to change your direction in life. It only takes one authentic emotional breakthrough. And that breakthrough can absolutely happen to you today. Listen, in my own life, I have seen these 4 emotions not only giving me enlightenment, ultimate Paramashivatva, I have seen in my disciples' life, whoever uses these 4 emotions, they achieve the ultimate. The 4 sacred emotions I want you to understand and unfold. before you manifest. I want you to manifest Vairagya, the first Vairagya, the sacred disgust with unconscious living. Vairagya, the sacred disgust with unconscious living. Viveka, the decisive discrimination between the eternal and temporary. The decision, the deciding power is Viveka. Mumukshutva, the burning desire for the ultimate truth. Burning desire for the ultimate truth and Drida Sankalpa Nishta, the unshakable resolve that never gives up until self-realization is complete. Listen. Understand these 4 words. Disgust. Vairagya, the sacred disgust for the unconscious living. Viveka, the decisive discrimination. Discriminating decision power. Mumukshutva, burning desire for the ultimate truth. Drida Sankalpa Nishta, unshakable resolve that never gives up until the self-realization is complete. Understand clearly? Adi Shankaracharya himself, in the opening verses of the Viveka Chudamani, named these exact 4 as Sadhana Chatushtaya. The 4-fold qualification without which no sincere seeker can truly walk the path of self-knowledge. What I am revealing to you today is that these are not dry philosophical categories. They are the very same 4 inner movements ordinary people already use every day to chase wealth, status, success, anything you want. Today, I am showing you how these same 4 fires, rightly directed, become the engine that carries you straight into the living state of Paramashiva. Behind all 4 of these emotions is the fifth force, action, sadhana, without which even the most sacred emotion remains nothing more than a beautiful lifeless seed lying dormant in the soil. The beginning of the spirituality is not finding new answers. It is finally asking the right question. Listen. The first sacred fire, the sacred emotion is vairagya, spiritual disgust, sacred disgust, the powerful inner cry that finally declares, I have had enough of living unconscious. I have had enough of living unconscious. I have had enough of living unconsciously. Vairagya is not depression. It is not escapism. It is not hatred of life. It is the piercing clarity of seeing that your current unconscious patterns are simply too small a container for the infinite being that you are truly are. You truly are. Vairagya is not hating life. It is refusing to ask small things to do the job of God. Look at something very ordinary. You buy a phone. You are excited for 2 days. You are happy. On the third day, you are checking whether a newer model has arrived. You wanted the phone. You got the phone. Now you want the cover. Now you want a better cover. Then you discover someone else has a better phone. And suddenly yesterday's dream device has become today's evidence of your suffering. The object changes. The structure of the mind never changes. You got the relationship. Then you get the fear of losing it. You get the position. Then you get the burden of maintaining it. The world does not merely give you objects. The world gives you responsibility. The world gives you the responsibility of protecting the objects. Ask yourself honestly, am I living my life or am I maintaining a collection of things I once believed would make me happy? That question is vairagya, beginning to awaken. Adi Shankaracharya lists vairagya as the first of the 4 essential qualifications of the sadhana chatushtaya. See, the book he names it as Viveka Chudamani. But the first qualification he describes is vairagya. That's a funny thing. He did not name the book as Vairagya Chudamani. He names the book as Viveka Chudamani. But when he lists the 4 qualifications, the sacred emotions which can enlighten you right away, the first he lists as Vairagya. The first he spells out as Vairagya. Our own tradition is full of ordinary human beings in whom this fire exploded like lightning. Like lightning. I can give you the list. Arunagirinathar, Pattinatthar, Valmiki, Tulsidas, Nachiketa, Dhruva. I can give you the long list. Arunagirinathar was so disgusted by his life that he claimed the temple tower at Tiruvannamalai to end his life in despair. In that very moment, Subramanya caught him and turned his sacred disgust into enlightenment and manifested the ecstatic devotional poetry of Tiruppugal through him. Then Valmiki, he was just forest highway robber. The highway which is moving through forest, he was just forest highway robber. Ratnakara was cracked open by a single question from Maharshi Narada. When Narada asked, would his family share in the sins of his crimes, the answer of no ignited Vairagya, so total that he sat unmoving in meditation until an anthill grew over his body, and from it emerged the sage who gave the world the Ramayana. Pattinatthar, a wealthy merchant, saw a message left behind by his son. Kadatra usiyum varadhagan kadaivalike. That single word shattered him completely. Means that even the broken needle which can't be used for stitching, that every needle will have a ear where you put the thread, that thread hole, the needle which is not useful, because the moment the thread hole is broken, the needle will not be useful for anything. Even that needle will not come with you forever. Even that you cannot take with you. That one statement. Kadatra Usiyum Varadhagan Kadaivalike. The Vairagya awakened in Pattinatthar. Angulimala, a feared killer, wearing a garland of human fingers, met Buddha face to face and seeing Buddha's compassion, his own violence became unbearable for him. That Vairagya got triggered. He woke up. The Vairagya is awakened. Bhartrhari, the king poet, disillusioned by the hollow nature of a love he trusted completely, and walked away from his throne to write Vairagya Sadaka. Yagnavalkya, at the height of his worldly success, distributed all his wealth and walked into the forest. Not because he failed at life, because he had succeeded at it fully enough to see through it and His Vairagya got awakened. Kabir, Sant Kabir, a simple weaver, looked at the religious pretensions of his time and said, I do not see God in either of your houses. Turning his disgust towards the hollow ritual into some of the most direct devotional poetry in our language, he became enlightened. The day you become genuinely disgusted with your own laziness in meditation, your half-hearted sadhana, and your habit of postponing, your liberation to someday, that day marks the true beginning of your life as a sincere seeker. Paramashiva Swarupa is such. The moment you understand, he takes over. You don't need to meditate. You don't need to concentrate. You don't need to hold the bhava. You don't need to hold the space. The moment you understand, he takes over. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, he takes over you and you are in Paramukti. Paramamukti. Listen intensely. When you are focusing on the source, when you are completely centered on observing the observer, witnessing the witness, on the source of who you are, in that Swarupa, Paramashiva lives as Swarupa Tirumeni. That Swarupa Tirumeni is what is the creator, sustainer. He is the rejuvenator, and he pulls you out of delusion and he liberates. Listen. What I am teaching you is the highest Uttama Uttamottama sadhana. Just if you understand, it can take over. Even if you understand, actually, if you start observing the observer, you will see how what do you want manifest, because the observing consciousness is not a passive dead matter. It's a very active, high frequency cosmic source. It just manifests what you want. All you need is only one thing. By focusing, observing the observer, if you even experience once or twice, what you want is manifesting miraculously. You will be so enamored that source consciousness, that supreme consciousness will take over you. Listen, once you see the gym is making your body as you want, the biceps growing, abs, shoulders. Naturally, the gym takes over you. Once you see the pranayama strengthens your inner organs, and after the pranayama, your face becomes fresh, eyes become sharp, all the senses are so alive. Once you see the result, then pranayama takes over you. Nobody needs to push you. You start doing it. You feel it as your part, your life. You are here for that. I tell you, exactly same. Exactly same way. Even once you focus on the source, observing the observer, witnessing the witness, whatever you want starts manifesting miraculously. Simply that your Swarupa takes over you. Paramashiva is inside your Swarupa, having Swarupa Tirumeni. The supernal effulgence. Super conscious form. I tell you, this Chaturmasya, these 4 months till the Navaratri, all of you focus on this Swarupa Tirumeni of Paramashiva, and take refuge in Paramashiva's Swarupa Tirumeni and enrich the world with this Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo initiative of Kailasa. Listen. Paramashiva's Kailasa's Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo is not just about providing a safe haven like good food, good shelter, good clothes, and good medical care, good lifestyle. No. It provides good food, good shelter, good clothes, good care, good medical care, all of it. And it provides the real Abhayam ecosystem where you can completely take refuge at the Swarupa Tirumeni of Paramashiva and become Paramashiva. Providing this ecosystem is the ultimate Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Projects, purpose and fulfillment. So understand, take refuge into the Swarupa Tirumeni of Paramashiva and enrich the world with Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo initiative, all the Kailasavasis, Rajya Sabha members, Chit Sabha members, reach out to every homeless shelter in your country. Reach out to every homeless person in your country. Reach out to your government that Kailasa is providing refuge for all. You need to know, even the rich countries, many rich countries, common man can't afford health care. How many of you know? 92% of Americans have delayed or avoided medical care because of the cost. Listen, just within last 48 hours, there was an article, there was a news in Vian, WION. They say 92% of the surveyed adults have delayed or avoided medical care because of the cost. The survey have done over 1,500 US adults by a financial services firm. It found with young adults being the worst affected. According to the study, more than 94% of those in the age group of 18 to 28 have said that they have put off treatment for financial reasons. Followed by Americans between 29 and 44 years of age. The report says that the findings have highlighted a growing disconnect between having health insurance and feeling financially protected. The rising medical bills are allegedly pushing many American families to postpone treatment, cut back on essential spending, or fall into debt. Gender also plays a big role, and according to the study, women are more likely than men to delay medical care. Age and insurance status has further influenced those decisions. An uninsured, listen, according to a February 2026 analysis by a healthcare marketplace, an uninsured visit to a doctor office costs an average of $171 in US across major US cities. The financial strain is completely widespread. Around 85% of Americans say that they carry medical debt. A February poll by an American not-for-profit organization estimates total medical debt at 220 billion US dollar, or nearly about 960 USD for every adult with medical debt. a 2025 survey by the same American not-for-profit organization has found that nearly 1 out of 5 adults said that their health deteriorated after skipping a doctor's visit. Amongst the people in the age group of 64 and younger, that the number has jumped to 42%. Prescription medicines are also becoming less and less affordable. Another study by the American not-for-profit organization has found 31% of adults had switched to over-the-counter medicines because prescription drugs were simply too expensive. 19% admitted skipping doses or splitting pills to make their medication last longer. Healthcare costs across the United States are reportedly also rising amidst higher inflation. So listen, millions are suffering. You may think how Kailasa can afford to provide all this, because we found the dharmic way of living with the natural law of the cosmos. So natural law of the cosmos, listen, when you live in the natural law, with the natural law of the cosmos, you will be naturally awe with the cosmos. And whether physical health, mental health, emotional health, relationships, all that happens in such a supernatural way or naturally super way, we are able to afford to give refuge for all. So, all Rajya Sabha members, Chit Sabha members, initiated disciples, Kailasa take this as a guru walk. This Chaturmasya Swarupa Samadhi, Paramashiva Swarupa Samadhi, take complete refuge in Paramashiva Swarupa and enrich the whole world with this Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo initiative. This is the message from Paramashiva directly from Mahakailasa for this Chaturmasya. Focus your life on this too. Blessings to every one of you. Oh, oh, as the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva, Lingodbhava Murti, I bless you all with Paramadvaita. all the Paramashiva Sena program participants from Kailasa Tiruvannamalai, Kailasa Guinea-Bissau, Chit Sabha members and Rajya Sabha members, Kailasavasis, and all the e-citizens, viewers, visitors who are joining with us through the internet and internet. Welcome each and every one of you with my love and blessings. Volunteers in Guinea-Bissau, Mata Tata Shakti, volunteers in Tiruvannamalai, Vignesh, Shivarudra Bhairava, and Pratap, and all the Sabha members, Rajya Sabha members. I bless each and every one of you. Today, I initiate all the PSS participants into Parama Shanta Tattva, unagitated, absolute peace, non-violence centered energy that Paramashiva manifesting in me, greater strategy to resolve all problems presented in front of you. My blessings. Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakaila. Listen. 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 equal to 2 is the lie your mind tells, so that it can forget the infinite. In consciousness, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. That's all. No 2. In consciousness, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. That's all. No 2. And in Paramadvaita, even the I dissolves, leaving only I am. You see, 1 plus 1 equal to 2 is not a truth of consciousness. It's made up by mind. And mind is a very clever trickster. It takes the infinite, chops it into pieces, counts the pieces and declares, I understand reality. Let me give you a simple analogy. You have one rose. You bring another rose. Now your mind triumphantly declares 2 roses. But look closely. Is there really a 2? Where is this 2? Where is this 2? Can you touch it? Can you smell it? Can you put it in a vase? No. What you have is 1 rose and 1 rose. 2 distinct entities that refuse to merge into something made up by your mind as two-ness. listen. Just if you understand this one truth, you will get the prasada of this whole Guru Purnima. This Guru Purnima, I am focusing on quantum enlightenment, making you understand simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically, Paramashiva is in Mahakailasa and manifesting as this being and manifesting as you. He is breathing in you. Just allow him to spread in your whole nervous system. Just say, whoever is breathing inside me, whoever is managing all the fundamental activities like blood flow, heartbeat, breathing, let him pervade and take over this whole nervous system. Just leave it to him. Let him pervade and take over this whole nervous system you are carrying. You will see right now Paramashiva is quantum manifesting in Mahakailasa and as this being and as you. This Guru Purnima Prasada, this experience is this Guru Purnima Prasada you can receive right now if you understand that two exists only in your mind. It's a ghost, a phantom, a convenient fiction that your mind created because it cannot handle the terror of the infinite. Mathematics is not the language of the universe. It's a language of the mind's desperate attempt to domesticate the universe. Anything you want to domesticate, you first castrate, remove the life producing possibility, whether it's a pet dog or the bull reduced to bullock. Anything you domesticate, you castrate. So the mind castrates the universe using math. Using mathematics. Rose does not know there are two roses. Garden does not know there are two roses. Only you, with your memory, insist that there are two. Let the first lie you were ever taught first by the school teacher with a piece of chalk who taught you 1 plus 1 equal to 2 should disappear. Let the first lie you were ever taught 1 plus 1 equal to 2 by the school teacher disappear. It should disappear. No. 1 and 1 do not make 2 in reality. In reality, they remain 1 and 1. 2 simultaneous instances of the same infinite expressing The mind says 2 because it cannot hold infinity without passing a number label on it. If mind can see one rose and one rose and one rose, all quantum manifestation, the mind says 2 because it cannot hold infinity without pasting a number label on it. This very lie, the foundation of duality, all separate, all war, all divorce, all revenge starts happening. This very lie is the foundation of all duality, all separation, all war, all divorce, all revenge. Take a couple, they live together for 100 years. They eat together, sleep together, dream together. The one has an affair. Suddenly, the mind had been merging them into we splits them into one and one. Listen, the mind had been merging them into we, splits them into one and one, and from that one and one comes two screaming liars, 2 bank accounts, 2 families of resentment. The liars never separated the couple. The first lie of mathematics did. I am going to take apart this lie not with a calculator, but with a chisel of consciousness. Listen carefully. I am not saying arithmetic is useless. Arithmetic is extraordinarily useful. It keeps your electricity bill honest. It calculates the moon's distance from the earth. It builds your bridges. It builds your dam. But it is the maths of the mind. It is not the maths of the consciousness. In consciousness, the rose does not accumulate. The rose arises moment to moment, fresh from the infinite. One rose that you see now is not the same rose you saw a second ago. It's a fresh expression of the rose archetype, of the rose infinity. When you add 1 plus 1, you are doing what your bank account does, counting the deposits. But consciousness does not deposit. Consciousness manifests, alive. Your math is great to deal with dead things, not for living. Expressing and depositing are 2 different operations. For example, take your breath. You inhale once. Now another. Did these two breaths add to two breaths? Or did each breath independently arise, express itself, and recede into the infinite? You do not carry your last breath on your shoulder. You do not stack your breaths like a plates. If you did, even a single lifetime would drown you. So many breaths you would be piling on top of yourself. The breath is honest. Each one is fresh. Each one is one, and there is no and one. The very grammar of breath is singular. And tell me honestly, at this present moment, do you feel like two breaths? Or do you feel the breath moving, fluid, unbundleable? This is the first taste of Paramadvaita, supreme non-duality. In supreme non-duality, things do not become two by addition. They simply express themselves one and another inside the one. Listen. They simply express themselves one and another inside the one. There is a beautiful happening described in Dattatreya's life. Dattatreya revealed the Avaduta Gita. Once when Dattatreya was asked by a king, how many universal forms do you see? He replied, I see one, always one. If at all a second arises, I laugh, because the second is forgetfulness, not reality. Listen. For the conscious being, 1 plus 1 equal to 1 plus 1, not 2. The mind collapses it to 2 only to survive. The mind has mortgages to pay. The mind has appointments to keep. The mind needs 2. The conscious being does not need 2. And a conscious being can exist with mind also, but mind will be limited to the play of internal, intra-organ. It can play as one of the organs, that's all. Listen. As long as mind plays just its role, like your heart, lungs, kidney, intestine, memory, as long as your mind also plays its role, it's a great, amazing servant. But mind tries to teach you what is reality, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. What is happiness? What is sadness? That is where the problem is. Mind, who is supposed to be serving you, mind is supposed to keep the appointments you have and organize your life, but it drags the consciousness into the chaos of its calculation. It is like a door security watchman, the security guard in the door, trying to drag the king and put him in his shoes as a security guard and not letting him do his job as king. So an ordinary security guard making the king as his assistant is what is happening right now in every one of you. Mind needs to, conscious being does not need to. This is the entire reason the world treats Paramashiva as shocking. Because Paramashiva does not collapse the one into many. Paramashiva sees only the one. And yet plays with the many through the mind. Paramashiva's mind is the cosmic illusion of Maya. Or I should say, is Shakti. Maya is understood in a negative way. So I should use the word cosmic Shakti. Chandogya Upanishad declares, Tattvamasi, you are that. You, ordinary mortal, you are not different from that, the infinite Brahman. You, the you who feels that you are ordinary mortal, is not different from that very substance of the infinite Brahman. Only problem is your feeling is a lie. Means you are feeling you are an ordinary mortal is a lie. How is this related to 1 plus 1 equal to 2 being a lie? Listen. If you are already that, then the I which the mind calls you is not countable, standalone thing. It is the that expressing through your frame. So when I meets I, the meeting is not of two, it is the meeting of that, and they collapse back into one. Tattvamasi is the Upanishadic enforcement that 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. When two people fall in love at first sight, the love they experience is not 1 plus 1. It's a shock of that recognition that the maths visibly breaks That's why the meeting feels like electric, because the calculator suddenly has gone silent. Now let me tell you what number really is. Number is a property of reality. Realities do not have numbers. A galaxy does not say, I am galaxy number 1 or I am galaxy number 1265. A wave does not say, I am a wave number 4 billion wave. No. Number is a property of the mind's visit to the infinite. Imagine the infinite as a vast ocean. Imagine the mind as a small tourist boat. The mind pilgrims out to the infinite, gets blasted by its immensity, frantically races back to shore, and to prove itself that it went there, it drops a coin into the shore sand for each visit. That coin, the shell count of the visit, is what we call a number. The mass itself is the footprint of the frightened pilgrimage of the mind to the infinite. The mind cannot bear to stay in the infinite. The mind cannot bear to merge. To merge is, in a sense, to die. Mind is afraid of death, so it returns. To console itself for the return, it takes a number. When a child is born, she cannot count. She cannot say 1. She experiences everything. The mother's face, the ceiling fan, the falling dust, the faraway bell, all as one undifferentiated event. As she grows, her memory crystallizes. Pieces of experience get sticky. The sticky pieces she calls thing 1, thing 2. She is in school, proudly writing 1 plus 1 equal to 2. What has happened? The child has lost her direct perception of the 1. She has installed the numbering machine to the brain between herself and reality. Now, the infinite is filtered, sorted, numbered, posted at her as the counted parcel. Number is the mind's way of paying rent to forget the infinite. When the mind forgets its infinite nature, it resolves its debt by counting. I am 1, I am 2, I am 3, I am many. This counting is the rent it pays for the privilege of forgetting. The conscious being stops paying rent. He sees only 1. He does not need to count. I have a lot more to share. We'll do in further satsangs. Today I have great 2 digital gifts for all of you. I should say 1 + 1 digital gifts from Maha Kailasa for all of you. First is the Upanishad revealed by the SPH digital book, and the second is Dakshinamurti Yantra. Receive it and enjoy it. Blessings. Blessings. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ 93 गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्द पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।